such a thing. Oh. So, there we go. Hello?
Any reason why you're filming?
Well, could you identify yourself first, please?
Yes, I'm PC Patel. I'm a police officer based at Wembley Police Station.
And your collar number, please?
Sorry, it's 2482.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to know why you're filming in the backyard. We've got police vehicles in the backyard, obviously.
Well, would you mind identifying yourself first?
Yes, PC shot from
And your collar number, please?
2372.
Thank you very much. Okay. No, I'm just doing a quick audit on the police station. Exactly what I'm legally allowed to do.
Okay, but you're filming the insides of it.
And your point is what?
Sorry?
And your point is what?
I'm just asking, you're doing an audit for
the public.
For the public?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And you
so, would you mind
anyone?
identifying yourself, please? Sorry? And your collar number, please? Thank you very much.
Who do you work for, sir?
First of all, you should have told me that you were turning on your body camera. It's part of your code of practice that you tell me that you turn your body camera on.
Okay.
And I will be requesting a copy of that.
You could do that. Happily so.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you do an audit
Hang on.
for, sir?
Judge, do me a favour. You don't have to say a single word, okay? You're here filming me, okay? You don't have to say a single word. Okay? Yeah, and she doesn't have to answer.
She doesn't have to
Okay?
answer.
Judge, did you get them to identify themselves?
No, I'd rather not say
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, okay. Right, so we got 1797 and 2506. Thank you very much. Okay, Joe, you just stay filming me. Okay, you're not filming the police station, you're filming me.
And the occupants are
Okay.
two white
That's what she's
males,
told us,
late
sir.
30s,
Right,
approximately 6 foot with slightly
so
larger.
she doesn't have to answer your questions at all.
That's fine. No one's answering.
Okay?
So this audit you're doing, what is this audit for?
What is it for?
Yep.
It's to do with how members of the public are treated by serving members of the actual constabulary for them doing illegal activity.
The situation starts calmly as a man politely but firmly asks each officer to state their name and badge number, one after another. PC Patel responds, but when he questions why the man is filming the police yard, the atmosphere quickly changes. The man explains that he is within his legal rights to record from public property. As more officers arrive, he continues to request identification from each of them and even points out that one officer failed to mention her body camera was recording. He reminds them that their own guidelines require such a notice and says he will formally request a copy of the footage. What began as a quiet interaction soon turns into a tense legal exchange, with a man standing his ground while the officers rely on vague suspicions.
Okay, so can you tell me how filming the backyard is going to prove that point or assist me?
Well, you come and approach me. You come and approach me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing something perfectly legal, and that's
fine,
all.
But you explain
Madam,
that you're doing it
madam, that's
to
all.
show that
That's
we're serving
that's
the public.
all.
I
That's
don't
all I
understand
have to
how by
say.
you
I will
filming
say
the
no
back-
more to you.
Okay, all right. So how does that prove it? Do you have any official paperwork, sir, to prove that you are
For
actually
what?
an audit?
For what?
You
For
did an audit
for
for
me
public.
being a member of the public filming.
You could have just gone
For
in and
me
asked.
being a member of the public filming on
You're
public
not just
property.
filming.
Yes, I am just filming. Okay,
You're
so are you
filming
telling
the
me?
insides of the police premises,
And your
aren't
point is
you?
what? Your
And
point
I
is
don't know
what?
if you're doing it for any terrorism
Your point is what?
purposes
So
or
you calling me a
anything
terrorist?
I didn't say that.
Are you calling me a
I'm
terrorist?
trying to
Well, why
identify
did you
that.
even mention terrorist? Why did you even mention doing it for
Okay,
terrorist
so
things?
You're holding on to
No, no,
that
no,
word.
no.
I've already
Why
explained
did you
that to
even
Heather.
mention that?
Because how do I know what you're doing this
Okay,
for? You said
so
it for
you're
audit,
working off
but
a
I don't know
presumption.
that.
You're working off a presumption for someone doing something perfectly legal.
I don't know if you're doing it for
Okay.
legal purposes, do I?
I told you exactly what I'm doing.
Then
If
I've
you care,
asked
if
you
you
to
care, if you
identify
care
it
to
by
actually
legal
go in,
paperwork,
right? I'm
and
going to
not
sum
only
this up
that,
for you.
You said that
Right,
you're
first of
doing
all,
it to show. You've got this walking stick, sir. You're
Thank
doing
you.
it to show
Thank
that we're
you.
serving the
Okay,
public.
right. First of all, is there a sergeant here or not?
There is a sergeant.
Okay, can I speak with your sergeant, please?
Okay, you can do so.
Yep, I'd much rather speak to your sergeant because I don't think I'm getting anywhere with yourself.
Absolutely fine.
Okay, is that your sergeant? No, that's not your sergeant there. Okay, so guys, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got Jasmine over there literally filming me, and that's what she's doing, and I'm doing what I should be doing, and you can see the way. It makes no difference what my name is.
Okay, well,
I do not have to tell you what my name is.
That's fine, I'm just asking.
Okay?
I was just asking.
I'm doing something perfectly legal.
I don't
Okay?
know that.
You've come up to me, you're trying to work off a presumption. If you read the memo that got sent out by the police commission to every single one of the 57 police forces last year,
Tension grows as officers question why the man is filming. One officer asks whether recording the station is really meant to build public trust. The man quickly responds that they approached him, not the other way around, and that he is fully within his legal rights. When one officer brings up the word terrorism, the atmosphere shifts sharply. The man immediately asks why it was mentioned and repeats, "Are you saying I'm a terrorist?" The officer quickly backs away from that suggestion, but the comment has already created concern by linking lawful filming to something far more serious. The man reminds him he has already explained his purpose and points out that the police commission has previously instructed officers to allow auditors to film without interference.
That if somebody declares to you that they're an auditor at a police station, they're to be left alone.
At the police
Okay,
station?
yes. Okay.
How do I know
If
you're
you
an auditor, sir?
I've told you I am. I'm a member of the public, okay, and I've got loads and loads of
Can you
subscribers
keep a
and
distance
everything.
if
No,
you keep
you
coming
came to
close
me.
to me?
No, madam, you
I'm
came to me.
standing here.
I was resting
It's
here.
COVID.
I came to here.
Distance,
You
okay.
came to me.
Okay.
Okay, so please don't try and use that one on me. Please do not try and use that one on me. If you don't like it, then do me a favour. Your car's there. Go and do what you should be doing and go about your business. Allow me to do my business, and that's exactly what I'm going to carry on and do.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so guys, you can see the way that she tried to bring in to do with COVID and everything else, but literally, guys, I'm walking towards the other side, so you can see the way that I was approached and the amount of officers, and not one of them will then actually go blah blah blah. You can see the amount of them that there are, okay, and that's the problem. You can see the amount of them, okay, and to try and actually drop on me to do with potential terrorists, absolute disgrace.
Can I stop filming?
No, just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, just in case. But as long as you keep filming me, but stand back, don't speak to them at all. You don't need to. Okay, so guys, you can see that WPC decided that she wanted to throw up to do with being some form of terrorist activity, but then she couldn't explain any more. So that's why I had no time for her. I'm doing a perfectly legal activity and auditing the police station to see the way that they engage. She came across very aggressive, very arrogant, and that's what the problem was.
So the lady said to me, it's because they've had people running in the gates with weapons, so that's why.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That was her reasoning, so...
Yeah, well, none of that got said to me at all.
Yeah, that's why I want to say it, just in case it didn't.
Yep. So this looks like this is their actual main entrance that they go in.
At this point, the man filming counts 8 officers surrounding him, one person with a camera facing a growing crowd. He calls the scene unacceptable and describes to his viewers how a lawful activity is being treated as suspicious that he asks to speak with a sergeant, saying the officers present are getting nowhere. His tone becomes sharper as he notes the imbalance. Several officers recording him, yet none willing to step back till he points out that if he weren't holding a camera, they would probably ignore him. But with it, he's immediately treated with suspicion. This moment sets up the key question: will public photography be recognized as a legal right or dismissed as a potential security concern?
And it looks like they have a one-way circuit that they go in this side, out the other side. As I told you guys, it is a really, really big police station, really big. But you could see, I was here literally a matter of a minute, if that, and then approached, and that's the way that it was. And you can see now that the officers are still deciding to follow me the way that I'm actually doing stuff. Joe, do me a favour, just walk completely onto the other side of the road.
And that one open.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you can see there, guys, that's the entrance in. So these were the officers and the WPC that decided to sort of try and mention the terrorism act, and that's what she sort of made a speculation towards. So
Hello, sir.
good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Help?
Well, first of all, could you identify
Of course,
yourself for
I'm
me?
Sergeant Clark from Wembley Police Station.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. And your collar number, please.
218 Northwest.
No problem. Thank you very much. No, I'm just down here doing a quick audit on the police station for the public.
And what's
Okay.
that for?
You must have heard of auditors before, sir.
I have, but normally
Okay.
they have official paperwork to say they're doing an official audit.
No,
so
they
that's
do
why I'm
not.
asking.
No, they do not, sir. No, they do not.
Well, normally
Please,
when the police station
no,
produce paperwork.
no, please do not say that, because they do not carry paperwork and they do not have to carry paperwork. Okay?
So, you might not all. The ones that I've experienced carry paperwork.
And that's
to
fair enough.
suggest that they do not. That's why I'm saying that.
And that's
right?
fair enough.
So the reason we've stopped and we want to speak to you is because technically recording police station could fall under the Terrorism Act. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't stop and check what you're recording.
So then here's a question for you. Okay. I've already declared to you that I'm doing an audit. Okay. And if you go off the actual memo that got sent out by the Police Commission last year. Okay, to every single one of the police stations, right, saying that if an auditor declares himself as being an auditor at a police station, that they should be left alone, and the terrorism, okay, and section 43 cannot be used, okay, once an auditor declares himself as an auditor. Okay, we do not have to show anything else, and we do not have to say anything else. It's like when you look at this WPC here, this WPC over there.
Sergeant Clark arrives and calmly introduces himself, bringing a more measured tone to the conversation. The man filming explains again that he is carrying out a lawful audit and refers once more to the official memo supporting the public's right to record. The sergeant says he is aware of auditors, but adds that officers still have a duty to ask questions, since filming a police station can be checked under the Terrorism Act. The man quickly responds that once someone clearly states their purpose, Section 43 of that law does not apply, that he also points out that an earlier officer failed to announce that her body camera was recording and says he will file a formal complaint. The discussion is calmer than before, but the core disagreement remains: the balance between public rights and police suspicion.
The PCs.
Okay, well,
okay. Alright, you want to be right with me then.
No, that's fair enough, okay. Well then, PC, okay, if you actually then want to put it that way, alright, made a so-called speculation that I could be a terrorist, okay? Now, I'm sorry, I told her exactly what I was doing, and that's... I've got it all on camera, so please don't say that.
Sorry, you're speaking to me, speak to me.
Okay.
Alright, at the moment, until we stop and speak to you and ascertain certain things, we can't say for certain you're an auditor or not, can we? Anyone could tell us they're an auditor. We have to ask other questions.
As a
My colleague and I have pointed out that it's an offence under the Terrorism Act to record police stations. Hence, we have to ask questions to make sure you're not falling within
right, I'm actually going to stop you there. Any member of the public, has the right to film anything that they can see from public, okay, and any police station, right? I've told you I'm a member of the public, and I told you that I'm auditing. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so, and then at that point, I should be left alone to do exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, but we wouldn't also be doing our job if we didn't ask a couple of extra questions. Because as I said to you, put yourself in my shoes, I don't know you from Adam, right? So you just tell me, anyone could just say I'm an auditor and I'm not going to leave them alone. That's not my job. I have to ask more questions. I'm an investigator.
Right.
My job is to look after the public, including my...
So here's something for you then, okay? If I stood where I stood and I didn't have a camera on me, I would have been left alone.
You'd probably be approached to ask why you're...
I would have been left alone. It's like there was a member of your staff, whether or not she was a PC or not, okay, that came to me. I had been there literally all of 10 seconds. Right? She failed to identify herself to me, and then she went in, and then next thing I know, as you can see, I had 8 officers all out to me.
Well, in fairness, the reason you've got so many officers, I'm actually going to a crime scene and taking officers there so I can establish...
The sergeant explains that it's his responsibility to ask questions, noting that anyone could simply claim to be an auditor. The man filming firmly replies that mere suspicion is not enough to override lawful rights, though he reminds the sergeant that people are free to record anything visible from public property, including a police station. The sergeant repeats that checking is part of his job, but the man insists that once he identified himself as an auditor, that should have settled the matter. This exchange highlights a larger concern. When lawful activity is treated as potential wrongdoing, suspicion can become a blanket reason for questioning legal behavior.
It's needed at that scene so I can get a member of my team on the street to take calls. I've had to stop and speak to you because you're filming a police station, which is a potential terrorism incident.
And also it's my legal right to do so.
But until I stop and speak to you, we don't know that, do we?
It's my legal right to do so. Even without, I don't even have to speak to you. I don't even have to acknowledge anything. I can just stand here and keep my mouth shut if I wanted to, right? And I don't have to explain myself to what I'm doing. But I decided that I did because I wanted you to know exactly what I was doing as an auditor. Now, do you really think that somebody that was doing something that was terror, that will be around in broad daylight like this, and I guarantee they definitely won't be walking around like me, right?
Terror isn't defined by a certain look or type or creed. It could be anyone.
Okay. Well then answer me this then. Then why is it then when you've got PCs that are out on the beat, when they are finally out on the beat, right? why is it then that they make a presumption when they look at someone and they use the word all the time, suspicion? It's the same. Oh, suspicion. I got my suspicions that you might be doing this or you might be doing that. Well, you can't work off of the same thing then to exactly what I just said. That's the exact same thing. It's a suspicion.
Well, people ask questions to establish whether they've got a suspicion or not.
And the questions that PC actually asked, I answered, and then she should have just let me be, and that's it.
Not necessarily. I think a few more questions to be asked, because as I said to you before, anyone can say they're an auditor.
But then, one thing I will say to you, Sergeant,
yes.
Okay, I will, as I said, be requesting. She failed as well. As a sergeant, you should know. Okay, under your code of practice, she's meant to inform a member of the public when they turn their body camera on. That's under your code of practice. She failed to do that. Okay, so I will be putting in a report about that and a complaint.
Okay.
Right, because she needs to actually inform people when she does that.
Right.
Right. So, and as a sergeant,
yep.
I would like you to take my complaint. Okay, to do with that PC.
Okay. That's fine. But we can do it in the police station.
Okay, so should we go and do it?
The discussion turns more philosophical. The sergeant argues that anyone could appear suspicious. The man filming counters that suspicion without evidence is meaningless and challenges the sergeant directly. Why is someone with a camera treated differently from anyone else on the street? He points out that officers often rely on suspicion to justify their actions, yet the law clearly protects the public's right to film from public spaces. His tone grows firmer as he reminds the sergeant that he was open about his purpose, even though the law doesn't require him to explain it all. This moment captures a core question. Can people freely exercise their legal rights without being challenged, or will officers always treat lawful activity with automatic suspicion?
You can, but while you're in the police station, I'd rather you did recall why we've done the complaint, because there's no need for it.
Well, I can film anywhere that I wish to, okay, with inside where the public actually have access to.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'd like to
What
do,
I would
Sergeant.
say to you is, I'll get another sergeant to do it, and the reasons for being, as I've already explained to you, I need to go to a crime scene to get that done, but I will get one of my sergeant colleagues to come and speak to you.
If you could, that'd be much
All right.
appreciated.
Not a problem.
Thank you very much.
Wait in the front office, all
Okay,
right?
well, I'll wait just out here, okay, and then if you tell me then roughly how long they're going to be, then I'll go inside.
Okay.
That's fine.
Right,
That's not a
no
problem.
worries.
Thank you very much, Sergeant.
Carl, go on.
Okay, and I will say it, that is exactly how it should have been done. Okay, thank you very much, Sergeant.
Right, sir.
Okay, so you can see from that the sergeant was actually really quite chilled out a bit, but should have just been left alone to do what my business was doing, and that's exactly what should have happened. So so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Okay, so 9 officers to come and deal with me with a camera. 9 officers. 9 officers to come and deal with me with a camera. That is an absolute joke, an absolute disgrace. And that's what you got to laugh at. Okay? Absolute disgrace. You look nice and relaxed there, gents. Not too bad. Yourself? So you can see even from those guys just going in. Okay? Just say good afternoon. Just left me alone to do what I was doing.
The sergeant concedes slightly, explaining that he needs to leave for a crime scene, but will have a colleague record the man's complaint. The man agrees, while repeating that he will officially report the body camera rule breach. For the first time, the exchange softens, with both sides acknowledging each other. Yet the man points out that 9 officers were called over a single person with camera. He calls it a waste of public resources and embarrassment. Dottie then pauses the video while waiting for another sergeant to take the complaint, noting that he has every right to film in any public area and is doing so for his own protection. Today, as the video wraps up, he reflects for viewers. Sergeant Clark remained calm and professional, but the first group of officers acted too aggressively and made unfounded assumptions. He stresses that filming in public is fully legal and should never be linked to terrorism without real evidence. Counting 9 officers once more, he laughs at the overreaction and calls it a clear example of why public oversight matters. He promises to follow through with his complaint and reminds viewers to subscribe for future audits. The takeaway is clear. A simple camera can expose how uncomfortable some officers are with transparency and why it's essential for the public to keep exercising their right to record.